Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Studios, Wichita's home for EPKs, live recording, podcasts, really any audio-visual stuff that you might need.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs, 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store. They grow their own fields out in Colorado. They make a lot of their own products. Stop by, see Nikki, tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
Get with JEllis Kitchen. They are turning Mondays into Taco Tuesdays over there at the Shamrock Pop-Up. We love everything that JEllis is doing.
It's like a Taco Tuesday pregame.
They got fried tacos that they do all the time.
With this really good like pineapple sauce on it.
Pineapple.
It's pretty fire. Like,
yeah, dude, it's fire. Make sure you get out to Diaper Jam 2024 this year. We moved locations. We're not at Champs this year. We're moving over to Bourbon Street. We're going to have a great time. We're on 420 this year. So come out. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. We're going to have tons of bands. There'll be plenty of people announced coming up. Make sure that you come out to Diaper Jam.
The Cowboy Inn is Wichita's favorite neighborhood bar. For a great patio, great service, great vibe, check out the Cowboy Inn just south of Central on St. Paul.
We'd like to welcome a new official sponsor, Whiskey Dicks. They just signed on. It's a great bar. Me and Aaron love it. We love to get our old fashions there. They got happy hour from 3 to 6 every day. So make sure you get out and support Whiskey Dicks, a new official sponsor of the Aaron and Austin Show.
The Aaron and Austin Show wants to give a huge shout out to Eddie at Wichita by EB. Go check out his podcast, The Editorial. Check out all the stuff he's doing for food trucks. He releases a list of where the food trucks are going to be. He releases a list of where the bands are going to be playing. Just an amazing dude. Go support him. Find Wichita by EB. Support him however you can. Wichita Detox for 15 years. They have a great selection of CBD products, mushroom gummies, kratom, kava, and even legal THC. Hit them up, www.alloutdetox.com, or give them a call, 316-554-7459. Be all in with All Out Detox. Dam Jam 2024, the biggest lake party in Kansas. We have Brantley Gilbert, Stone Temple Pilots, Demon Jones, Wheeler Walker Jr., Upchurch, and Joe D. Messina. So it's going to be a killer lineup. More to come. A bunch of locals popping up on that. There's a whole beach party stage. We haven't announced an act on.
Yeah, and we've got just so much going on at that show. Make sure that you're going to be out there. It's July 19th and 20th this year out at Lake Afton. Get your tickets as early as you can. There's going to be more announcements, more people coming out. They're doing 2 stages this year. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be in the VIP section, podcasting live at the lodge all weekend long. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be camping. There's going to be dad bod contests. There is going to be a car show.
Shenanigans.
Awesome.
Get the fuck
All right. Episode 90 fucking 6. That's right. Thanks for showing me that on your pad there, buddy.
Let you swim. 96, man. It's 96 of these bad boys.
We're getting really close to like 2 years worth of fucking episodes.
Yeah, we're over. Yeah, definitely. What's 2 years would be, I guess,
104
episodes.
For our 100th episode, we got a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, we got Wichita by EB. Thank you, Wichita by EB.
Wichita by EB. Now, we can't show his face.
Well, he's got to remain anonymous.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So we can't show his face. I was thinking of all these cool ways to like.
At the very end, I think we show his face. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And his address and shit's like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
The full dogs.
Yeah, right. But real quick, we want to thank R&J's. So what we got? What do we got? What do we got today?
All right. So R&J's, Dustin over there, he is a whiskey expert, and he gave us this Heaven Hill.
Is it Haven Hill or Heaven Hill?
Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill.
It's like a hill.
Okay.
Of heaven where angels hang
there
out.
Is an E in it. Okay.
And so this was apparently a #1 rated bourbon by, I want to say, Forbes magazine. I'm probably screwing
by all
up.
of the people.
And I don't know what year that is. I don't know what year they declared this to be the #1 rated.
Every year.
Kind of thing. But the way they judge it is kind of like bang for buck.
Yeah.
And, so this was the #1.
That's pretty nice.
It's pretty good,
nice,
right?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
And we want to thank everybody over there in RJ's. They're awesome to us. We love seeing you every Tuesday.
The Buffalo Trace.
And we've been seeing Fert the foodie over there every Tuesday when we walk in.
Yeah, it's
like he knows what time we're going to be there. He's just hanging out.
He does, and we don't always go at the same time too. So he's really watching us. He's really following us.
And last week, Fert gave us these Malort.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about it. We're actually going to build the bar over there, and we're going to have the Malort art hanging over the bar.
Have you ever had Malort?
I've only heard horror stories.
Well, it's actually it's not bad. You'd probably take it down easier than.
Well, I'm saying if you would like to break your cherry on the Aaron and Austin show tonight. We do have some Malort.
We'll see how we're doing after that shot of Rumplemints. And some
You're ready for anything, I think, after the shot of Rumplemints.
Anything is except for Rumplemints.
Buckle up, buddy. We got you. Buckle up.
So we really appreciate R&J's. They really stepped up for us and helping us with booze, so we can get hammered drunk and do a dumb podcast every week. We really appreciate it. And we
should leave this out here.
And 42 Below, another great place. They got 2 locations, east and downtown and west. Family-owned business. They use the same name, but it's not the same owners. So go and check them out.
A whole lots of locally blown glass. Yeah. Glass studio, actually.
And I meant to talk to you earlier about it, but I'm going to just talk to you about it right now. The videos that they make are fucking exciting.
I saw you share one of those today.
Dude, their videos
those are pretty sick.
Dude, her dad does them. One of the owners.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, damn, bro, you ain't fucking around because those videos are tight. So
we should hire his ass.
That's why I'm going to talk to him. 42 Below, get to everything in there. We love supporting local business. And I guess what we really got is 2 new local businesses to really that really stepped up for us. Yeah. We want to welcome on Whiskey Dick's and the Cowboy Inn Saloon as our 2 new sponsors that are going to help us. We always go to bars on Tuesday night. We always know it's a slow night of the week for bars, and we like to kind of bring them some business. And the Cowboy Inn's been with us forever. Whiskey Dick's has been me and Aaron's favorite forever. Me and Aaron have been enjoying.
But that's also where we go on Mondays. They got half price whiskey nights, and so you can try some whiskey at half price and just see what you like, because that's part of whiskey, man. There's a lot going on.
And what's great is even if you miss Monday on half price all day at Whiskey Dick's on Mondays. All their bourbons, anything under $25 shot is a half price,
which is a bunch.
But if you miss Mondays and you're like, oh man, I gotta pay full price, not really, because 3 to 6 on every fucking day of the week, same deal. 3 to 6 every day is their happy hour, and they give it on everything in their bar.
3 to 6 every day is half price whiskey.
Yeah, half price whiskey.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not, and not only awesome. So if you're not even a whiskey person during that time, it's half price everything at Whiskey Dick's. That's their happy hour from 3 to 6. So
and I'm guessing you can go in there and go, can I have the Aaron and Austin special?
Yeah,
and they will give you 2 Basil Hayden Dark Rye Old Fashions.
that has become our favorite. And I'm telling you, there is a ton of cheap, expensive and like mid-price whiskeys that you can try at Whiskey Dick's from there down, and you get the same great atmosphere over at the Cowboy on Tuesdays. We've been dealing with Jacoby back when he even had a different name.
Jacoby used to come to my open mics, and now he's got his own open mic. That's progress. I love it, man. I love seeing
you helped set him up with that over there at Shot Times, and then it moved over to Genie's spot, and now
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this forever: is gigs, bands, opportunities. They come and they go, but the real players, they stay on the horse, man. There's the next one on the horizon. That's what happens. Bands break up, musicians move on. Yep. Kind of vibe,
Yeah, I mean, for real. I've seen that because I've been on the fringe of the music industry for 20 years in this town.
It ebbs and flows, man. It comes and goes.
The good people just, bands break up, you move on, do something different, shit like that happens.
Yeah.
But we want to definitely welcome Whiskey Dick's and Cowboy Inn Saloon, and those are bars those are bars you can catch me and Aaron at on Tuesday nights if you're out not doing shit on Tuesday nights and you might want to run into us fucking around. You can, you definitely can do it. So, here we are.
D'Angelo Talbot.
Hello. How are you?
My friend, you've been doing some great things, man. I caught up with you yesterday at the Midtopia deal.
Yeah. Marauder Entertainment, they had come through and they were doing a little seminar and stuff, and I'm constantly a proprietor of being a student of
anything I can learn. Anything I can learn.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta learn. If there's something to take away, I'm always hoping to find it. If there's something there, I mean, sometimes you got to sit through a lot of shit you already know. Or a lot of shit that, like, even a big company like that doesn't really want to tell you, but because they want you to hire them.
So they want to keep their secret.
So they kind of like dance around the questions you ask them. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But to me in Wichita, we don't need. I love those companies, but we don't. We need somebody from in town doing that shit.
We need our local infrastructure to.
Yeah. We don't want to outsource our local infrastructure.
Absolutely, yeah. Keeping everything local is a massive part of building the scene here.
Yeah. And legitimizing the scene because it's already talent driven, and a lot of people.
The talent's never been the problem.
Well, I mean, sometimes it is, but I mean, sometimes everybody ain't easy to work with. But
the thing is we don't. You shouldn't have to leave. You shouldn't have to leave the city to be.
And
to
that's
become
been
relevant.
the norm.
Yeah.
That's been the norm.
So I mean, you should be able to leave the city. That's a step in growth, and you should do that. Tour and go do those things
After certain steps are done.
It'd be nice to like have a nice recording studio for everything to work better for the city, for sure.
Yeah, recording studio. Honestly, marketing is one of the biggest things that I've had a hard time finding inside the city. Like somebody to help you with brand growth and everything like that.
I got you. I can hear you.
They were bringing in Marauder kind of to talk about it and everything, but as somebody who's built their own brand, there's a large amount of it that kind of gets lost in translation, I suppose, or that they just won't talk about. They won't cover because again, they want some money, and I mean, who doesn't? Everybody gets their bag somehow.
And a little bit of it is they don't fucking know. Like
that's actually, I think, the truth. What they were saying yesterday at the thing was, I don't know. Like basically every question that came up was like, dude, there's so many factors going into it. I don't know,
and they're 100% right on that. We're not sitting here taking shots at them.
They were right about that.
The thing is there's no formula for viral. There's no formula for the perfect name. There's no formula for a band that comes together and makes hits and stays together forever and never has any problems and they're la-di-da. There's no that shit doesn't easily happen.
And Lindsey Jameson kind of led on to that point to where he was like, look, man, here's a fucking punk band that gets off the bus wearing the clothes they woke up in.
Yeah.
And here's a punk band wearing suits.
Yeah.
They're doing the same shit.
And we've seen
at the same festival.
Shout out to the F&G's, the suit wearing punk band that we know.
Yeah, I love those guys. But that is part of it. It is branding and being on brand. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And sticking with it once
you've got it. And trying to find the things that brand appeals to, the audiences that brand might appeal to, and finding ways to integrate into their daily world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, a lot of it is, and if you want to worry about marketing and you want to worry about your brand,
you should. And
I worry about those things all the time for our show. And the more you do, and try to be as less cringe as possible, of course. But like the more you do, the more chance you have at anything, because you're throwing content up against the wall, and it's like half a dozen to 1/6 of the other. You don't know. Some of your favorite videos get 200 watches, and the dumbest shit you ever put out gets the fourth fucking 1,000 people watch it.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, because you have had some pretty good success at TikTok. You're at something like 100 and
I'm at 116,000 followers.
116.
That's nice.
Now.
Yeah, that's nice. How long you been
yeah?
pushing the TikTok dick? How long you been running?
It's been like 3-4 years.
Nice.
Now
yeah.
That's a nice following.
That's a good following in that time, man.
Yeah, you're averaging like 25,000 people a year.
I think you could have gone up and talked on that panel.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think we could have. I think we could have too. So, I mean, the thing is, so some of these meetings we need to have is not with a business that's trying to sell us. We need to have these meetings with just the industry people that like. There's a lot of the answers to those questions that someone that's had a lot of success in the TikTok industry, us that's had some success on the local and Facebook side of it, that could answer those questions a little bit more helpful to the artists in this town.
All right, but I also do want to talk to Lindsey Jameson, who put the polar bears in the Coca-Cola campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, for sure.
I want to
talk to him where he's actually going to tell me something.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the forum, it seemed like.
Yeah,
almost.
like you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get something out of you.
I think that there was still a lot that we got out, that I personally got out of yesterday. There was quite a bit of stuff that I was already thinking about and already like concerned with.
That you already do, actually. I watch you. I know.
Yeah, but writing it down, actually, kind of getting the space where you break down, okay, I've got all my followers here, and here. They're from this place in the world. They appeal to this. I appeal to this audience.
Demographic.
Demographic. And then breaking it down, the audience profiles thing, I had never really like started conceiving or really thinking about. But last night I went home and I sat down and I've now got like a 4-page document now.
That's amazing.
Like 8
well,
or 9
all of it, what's nice is
what's
nice if you realize that, like he even said, is most of your Instagram and your Facebook and all those things, they'll show you your demographic straight up.
Yeah.
It's really not hard. information to find. I mean,
but if you can plug that in
Getting it
as
all
a
in the
piece
same
to a larger
place.
puzzle.
Yeah.
and I will say, even our crew talked about it today. Shout out to our engineer Annie. Whiteboarding shit is the fucking. It is the
all
key.
Day. All day.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
telling you, having that shit stare you in the face. Hey, what did you do on Instagram today? What did you do on this today? Like, what did you do? Like that.
I
shit
need
make
weekly meetings. You know what I mean? Like I need weekly meetings with my
Seriously.
team. I do. I need.
Yeah, and I would say, even though this sounds kind of corny, have weekly meetings with your fucking self, where you're like, okay, I need to do this. I'll fucking fall off on this. I need to whiteboard this part of it. You're like, what's going on? Yeah, put you in timeout.
It's not corny even. I think that's a way of having like self accountability.
Yeah.
That's
the hardest part.
Every Monday is content day for me, right? So I have Mondays off of my main jobs. I've blocked it off for everything. It is the only day on my calendar that I don't have like work planned out.
Like
so
the
it's
life, you don't have
sit
life
down-
caving in on you on those days.
Yeah, I sit down. Monday is my like Saturday, and I sit down and I brainstorm content. I get content shot and recorded, and then I sit down and I edit it. I break it down. I think that a large amount of people are just scared of the amount of work that comes with something
work,
like
bro.
that.
Yeah.
But I was uploading 3 videos a day for 2 years.
That's why you got where you're
that
at.
was
That's why you
a
got where you're
large
at.
amount of the growth. And yeah, there was some cringy shit in there. There was some stuff that
And
I don't necessarily.
and some of those
But you
hit.
learned from it.
Some of those
You learned
hit.
from it.
Some of those
and
hit.
some of those grew. My goodness, I almost feel bad for some of those videos that went viral just for the sake of like, oh, it's kind of cringe. It's not necessarily what the brand is now or what the marketing is now.
Well, especially as
But
you
it
get
helped me
older, you're
grow.
like, I hope they age well. You're like, because you know they're gonna circle the block and come back around.
But there's some pieces in there that I think really do age well, even if it's silly or stupid or anything like that. I think that you have to have that kind of vulnerability as an artist in order to have any sort of appeal. Like people really want that authenticity.
Yeah.
And you're not
They
you're
wanna
not
see you
yourself
fall.
if you're not cringe every once in a while.
Yeah,
you
'cause
know?
exactly.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah, sometimes when you like click a video, when you make a video and you end it and you start hearing yourself talking and you go, oh, fuck it. Here it goes. So that leads me into this question. That'll run me into kind of how they were talking last night. So were you a content creator before you were a musician, or how did you like what? How did this all come along? So kind of give us a little bit of your background and start to.
So being an artist necessitated me learning how to create content.
I agree.
I started playing guitar when I was about 5 or 6 years old. My grandfather was a heavy metal guitarist. He toured around the nation. He had like 3 or 4 tours that he had put together with a band called Mortification. He was in a band called Wrench. They did the touring thing, and he had endorsements.
A band called Wrench. I fucking love that.
Wrench. Yeah. But he had endorsements and stuff like that. He was with EMG pickups. He was with Gibson guitars for a little while.
Hell
He got
yeah, dude.
signature model from Tradition.
That's amazing.
That they built for him. All kinds of stuff. So I got to grow up around guitars and around music and around his home recording studio where
And
he
around
would
that
mix
industry.
and master everything himself, and he would put all the effort into everything himself. It was very much a grassroots from the ground up, like we're making the t-shirts, we're doing everything we can to keep everything here in front of us that we can control.
I think we're going back to that.
Well, and you can make it to where it honestly. It makes it where it's affordable to you too. If you,
Absolutely.
the more shit you can do, just like working on your house, the more shit you can do, the more
And
affordable
that's what
it
I'm
is for
saying.
you.
I think we're going back to that because
Yeah.
There's more artists that are gravitating toward that because it's the most effective method.
well,
to
we're
keep
all
the
making
money
less
in their
money.
Own pockets.
We're all making less money every time you
Yeah.
turn around. It's less and less.
Venues wanting to cut you out of your own deals and stuff like that.
Yeah, people are one fucking percentage of your merch table these days. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here with that.
That's crazy.
Seriously, I'm on the road. You think I can afford like even some shitty Taco Bell or anything?
Well, you
dude.
think I can
Fuck,
afford to
man.
eat? Like when you take 15% as my merch at my spots, like if you
I don't get to eat.
Well, there's
for a
like
day,
there's like
and I'm on tour.
There's a good percentage of my merch I'm not even making money off of now.
Yeah.
Go fuck
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I had started as a musician. I got picked up by Music and Arts Institute when I was 10 years old, and I started studying.
Was this here in Wichita?
No, this is out in
So where are you
Independence,
from?
Missouri. I'm from Kansas City.
Oh, you're from
Missouri.
Kansas City, yeah.
I grew up in the Kansas City area. I grew up around Independence, Buckner, Missouri, that kind of area. A little bit rural, but still had some people there, you know. But I went to Music and Arts Institute to start studying classical voice and start studying opera.
So you had a pretty good voice from a young age.
Decent enough to get.
Well, if you're doing
opera
and shit, I mean that's a octave above.
Studying's enough. That's like I got picked up and I started working on it, and it wasn't until a few years later that they started putting me in recitals and started putting me in stuff all around kind of the region and stuff like that. And by the time I was 17, I had managed to sing my way up to Carnegie Hall. And
nice,
so
man.
I've performed a good amount around the United States and have gotten myself some decent accolades there.
How'd you get mixed up? 10 years old. How'd you get mixed up with this company that kind of helped you? Kind of help you with a ton. It seems like.
So I went there because I had a friend that went there who was in like their percussion circle and everything. Like they had the djembes going and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So they had like a whole percussion class that they were doing that thing. And I went one day, and he was in the choir, the Meister Singers. It's their children's chorus and everything. And so I went and I had met the teacher, kind of in passing and everything. And she pulled me in to audition one day because she was just looking for kids and everything. And she realized, she was like, "Oh my God, this kid has like a crazy range." And everything, because at the time I was singing mostly in my head voice, but I was singing up to like soprano high C, soprano high D, so like D6 at the time, which like you lose out on some of those notes as you get older as a male. But it was I had them then, and I started studying as a countertenor. Then they brought me in as a baritone, and then I finally settled in as a tenor somewhere around my freshman year of high school, around that area.
And where did you get to high school in Independence?
Yeah, I went to Fort Osage High School.
Oh, well, there you go.
Nice.
It was a little backwoods school.
So when did you parlay that into being in bands and stuff? Did you keep singing into college, or did you?
Absolutely.
When did guitar come in?
Guitar I was playing since I was like I said, I picked it up around 5 or 6.
Okay, it's in the family.
They grew together.
Yeah, it was smoke on the water for the first 2 years.
Shit, yeah.
But I picked that stuff up, and I went to. So I had been doing all of this performance stuff throughout high school and everything, and then my senior year of high school, 2017 to 2018. I had emancipated myself. Things were not going really great at home. My stepfather was physically abusive, and
so it was a situation you just need to get out of.
Yeah, it was a situation. So I was sleeping in a sunroom with 3 of my brothers, and they had pulled off all the blinds and everything, so we didn't have any privacy. It was just nothing but windows all around us.
Bare minimum shit. Sounds like a horrible situation. Yeah.
It wasn't that great. So I was sleeping in my car. I was working 2 jobs. I was working at Walgreens and Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, which Worlds of Fun was probably one of the worst jobs I ever had, because people don't go to amusement parks to actually have fun. They go there to like shit on the employees. I swear to God.
Just be mean, shit on them literally, or
if they could, I'm sure they
there's
would.
There's a room.
If they could, I'm sure they would.
Is it that bad? We had a good time when I was a kid at Worlds of Fun.
Oh, Worlds of Fun's like an actual cool park to go to and everything, but don't be an asshole. Like be good to the employees.
And most of the time, the fucking kids that work there didn't make any of these fucking policies. Why are you yelling at some fucking 18-year-old kid?
It's not my fault. So I was dealing with all of that, and I was trying my best to keep my grades up in high school. I maintained like a 3.8, 3.9 GPA my senior year.
Nice.
Wound up getting.
Well, you were singing, so you had to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's.
Shit
like band and singing and stuff like that.
They won't let you go to all state.
You can't
without good grades.
That's why people don't. A lot of people tend to put their nose up at sports, or put their nose up at people being in band or flags or dancing or any of those things. You'd be surprised how many kids graduate with good grades because of those activities.
Yeah.
Because you can't be a dumbass and be in them.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do both.
Yeah.
Motivation.
Boy, it is. There's something. I'll sit through fucking biology for this because I love fucking playing guitar and singing.
Yeah. There you go.
Amen. So I was auditioning at schools my senior year. Just trying to find out where to go to college. I auditioned for like 4-5 different schools, and I wound up getting a few full ride offers that combined the academic scholarship with the music scholarship.
Nice.
And
So you didn't have to pay
everything.
for shit hardly.
I had to pay for room and board when I came out
Dorms,
here,
of course.
and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
And
So
they hit you over the head for that, but still.
Oh yeah, I took out student loans to afford my dorm my freshman year, but after that it was just like, okay, now I got to find an apartment and everything, and
It's just better.
at the time I was engaged, and that fell apart, fizzled out, and
Yeah,
everything.
luckily,
I found my way.
Luckily, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Luckily, I found my way into.
You could have got trapped
Some
right
bands.
there. You could have got trapped right then. You dug.
I had done.
It nicked me.
It nicked me. So I had been in like country bands and metal bands and stuff
Yeah,
like
right
that
on.
throughout high school. I played Kansas Speedway with a band called Band of Brothers. Shout out Blake the Great, Blake the Pelvis Pearson, as
The
There are two.
pelvis.
Are these two Blakes or does Blake have?
same dude?
So
same dude.
this
Blake
guy's so
the
cool. He
Great.
has multiple.
Blake-
He has
oh,
multiple names.
Blake the Great, Blake the Pelvis Pearson.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Blake the
that's-
Pelvis
that's
Pearson.
He's
pretty
a
good.
legend.
That's pretty
He's
good.
a legend. Love him to death. He's my best friend all throughout high school, and he was with me through all of the
We're at
all
30,
of the
is that
hard
what you
shit
said?
and everything.
Is that what you said? We're at 30, Annie. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Okay.
can't hear you. Sorry.
But
You can text me too.
those legends were kind of what kept me held up. Doing all the classical voice stuff, and then getting to college, and then the pandemic hit and everything. And
So how old are you, if I can ask?
I'm 23.
23?
I'll be
No.
24 in July.
Yeah.
So the pandemic hit, and around that same time, I lost my best friend in a car accident,
Oh, man.
and then one of my friends committed suicide, and another one of my friends died of COVID, and this was all in the span of like about a month and a half, 2 months.
Man, just
And
hit me
so-
with hammers over
Yeah,
and over
yeah.
again.
It was just like
Cha-
getting.
well, it's life changing,
continuously
man. It is when you lose
punched in
influences
the
in your
gut.
life. It's really life changing. People act like you just go to their funeral and you get over it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Your
No,
friend, man.
it's
You
a,
lose.
it's a whole ass impact, and one of the songs that I wrote, "Too Late to Talk," is about honestly just being able to talk to the people that you love before you don't get that opportunity.
And that's how a lot of us deal with it. Is let's write a song.
Songwriting,
Let's get over this through music, because music
let
can
me-
heal.
Well,
Music
and-
can
well,
heal.
and not
a
only-
quick chord progression,
And
together.
not only okay, so from the outside in, I know you guys do it to music to heal, but what I love about it as a music watcher and a lover is you forever memorialize somebody if you write a song about them.
Yeah. They
Like,
live on. They live
so
on
you
now.
and I've always said it, and I love this great line from movies. You die twice: when you die and when people stop talking about you.
Yeah.
Those are two times that you die.
So I got another line. Carlos Santana said that music is the vessel for the magic of healing.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Those
that.
are both great.
Those
Yeah.
would be nice to like have.
And as
like
far
on a
Oh,
wall.
tattoo on me, man.
Yeah, I don't
Tattoo
know
that
about
shit.
And as far as
I mean,
I'm concerned, they deserve to be memorialized more
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah.
They had such a significant impact on my life. Especially Caleb, when he passed away, he passed in a car accident, and
Those are the
everything,
worst
and that
ones.
was-
Everybody's had those ones where it's too
Well,
soon.
that's so sudden,
when
man.
they're ripped out of your life just suddenly. Like I mean, no one wants to lose a friend, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I've lost too many people in my life to bring up. But when you know it's coming, it is easier.
Yeah.
It just flat out is.
Yeah,
when it's
yeah.
unexpected that
Yeah.
it just
That it's
it
just-
tears you apart.
Man, that
When-
tablecloth coming out just
when-
hurts a little bit.
when my grandmother passes and it eases her suffering,
Yeah.
that's
It's-
easier
it's a-
for me.
yeah,
to
Or you
take.
got a
It's a
cancer
different-
patient
straight
that's
up.
you got a cancer patient that's just been struggling for 10 years and they
Yeah, you
finally
know.
can't do it anymore. It's sad, but you understand it.
But your friend who's like 22 and a badass,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
fucking
that-
sucks.
He was a killer too. He was a.
how
he
many
was-
times has a fucking car accident snuffed away a good friend, man?
Way too many for me, man.
Yeah,
Way
it
too
is.
many for me.
Me too.
Yeah, it's been too much.
Hey,
And he
So-
was a legend too. He was a baritone. He was a big operatic voice. He was in the same program as me. I took him under.
So you
under
known
my
him for a
wing.
hot minute.
I knew
Yeah.
him for a few years
Yeah.
and everything, and we got really, really, really close in that time. Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Let's take an intermission and
Yeah,
let's
we'll
go
we'll come
celebrate the lives of these people. For
Yeah,
a
we'll
minute.
come back. We'll
And
come back on. We'll
here.
come back on.
And we'll not be so depressing.
We'll try not to be.
Yeah, we'll lift it
And,
up.
and for real, we've lost a lot of people already this year. Shout out to Jason Wynn. We love you, Mister.
Oh man, we lose people
all
every
the
year.
time.
As we get older, it's more and more, guys.
Well, especially if you're in the industry they are, and we know a lot of people. The more people you know, the wider range of people are unfortunately going to die. So
I'll get some more
Yeah,
when we're back
all
from
right.
intermission.
Let's go out to the lobby.
Let's go out to the lobby.
All right, we're back from
Intermission break.
yeah. We went to 42 Below and checked out all the cool stuff that they have.
Yeah, they're
back.
awesome.
We're 42 below the ground now. Yeah. But so let's rewind and get back to where we're at. How did you come into picking your bands now and leading into the music that you're doing now?
You got Jordan Wynn, and that's incredible to me.
Jordan Wynn is a sexy beast. An amazing dude.
Yeah.
An absolute shredder, and unfortunately is sick tonight.
Yeah, laryngitis, I hear.
Laryngitis. Homeboy is having a hard time speaking, so he's staying home, staying hydrated, getting himself taken care of.
We'll eventually run this back and we'll bring him in too. So.
Big shout out to Jordan, though, man. I remember hanging out with that dude like many moons ago.
Well, I heard he was a really good guitar player. You talked about some guitar competition that he entered and did really well in as well.
Just be able to jam with the man and bring ideas to him and him just totally excel. We've got this song coming out.
So explain your band real quick. Who's all in it and what's the name of them before you tell us all that?
We are Nuclear Football. So Nuclear Football consists of myself, Jordan Wynn, Carter Nold, aka the Boldly Nold. He is.
And what is he doing?
He is on drums.
He's on drums.
And over on the bass we have Cameron Colbert, who is just an absolute funky dude.
So you and Jordan both play guitar in the band, or do you?
Yeah. So I play rhythm guitar. Jordan plays lead guitar. I also sing. We're trying to get them all figured out for harmonies and stuff when we perform live. We're having a great time. We've got some shows booked here in town. We're going to be playing at Temple Live.
What are we talking about? The 16th of February, correct?
Yeah. We're going to be playing at Temple Live, opening for That Arena Rock Show.
Oh, that's a great show. That's
like
a great show.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
70s,
good
80s
night.
thing. Yeah.
You come out there, you see me, see my boys. They absolutely tear up the stage.
Yeah, I bet.
We're gonna be playing at the Wave.
It's just Wave.
We're gonna be at Wave. Yeah, at Wave. Yes, it is just
I
Wave.
get yelled at. I even had somebody snarkily fucking make fun of me on a YouTube comment. I was like, yeah, sorry.
I started it. Everybody else was following.
Yeah, you
gonna be
did start.
playing at Wave.
You did start it. You fucking shit on me, and then it never is going away.
That show's getting announced tomorrow, so be on the
Oh,
lookout.
No, okay. So this is okay. We can announce it today, actually, because this will not come out till next Thursday. So exclusively on the Aaron and Austin show, it's getting released.
Okay.
What if we clip it on a Wednesday?
Well, the thing is, if we could, but still, we can announce it now because this show will not air till next Thursday. So pimp that show.
Okay,
if you got the details for
we're
it.
opening for Me Like Bees.
Love those guys. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Rock. Yeah, we're gonna be playing opening for them. We're also gonna be playing at Club Rodeo on March 28th. We're doing like a alternative kind of night.
Oh my God!
Just
You learn a bunch of Merle and Halen.
Well, we're gonna play like
Waylon
we're gonna
and
play
Willie and Hank.
grunge and like southern rock kinda into the night. We're gonna have ourselves
Some Blackberry
a fun
Smoke
night. Yeah, it's on a Thursday, so
right.
it's like you come out, you chill, you listen to some grunge revival, listen to our originals, and have a good night with us.
And
like it.
that show's at the rodeo. You said Club Rodeo.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Club.
So
Rodeo.
we got Club Rodeo show.
We got a Wave show.
We got first and foremost. We got the 16th.
Temple.
At Temple.
Yeah.
With the Arena Rock show.
Arena, yeah,
So then then we're headed to
March 15th. That's gonna be Me Like Bees.
That'll be fun. That'll be a fun show.
That'll be way dope.
So-
that band's incredible.
So
man.
of all these shows, when we go to see Nuclear Football, what do we expect to see? Tell the people that don't know anything about you. What are you? If I'm going to see a Nuclear Football set, what am I finna see?
Nuclear Football makes music that you can listen to in your spaceship.
Fuck yeah.
Like your everyday, you just stepped into your hybrid vehicle that you got because you can save miles and because it helps the environment, I guess.
So in our Rick and Morty vehicle,
you step into your spaceship and you turn it on and you listen and you feel it. I think that we make music that you can genuinely relate to because we've been through shit. And you guys have too. And I think that what we're making is relatable and honest and pure.
Yeah.
pure fucking rock. And I think that you'll feel it to your bones. So as of right now, if we're wanting to see some nuclear football, is there any way we can grab it? Is there anything we can go?
We're going to be releasing some music here soon.
Now you have had music under other names. Are you going to adopt that same music under nuclear football? Are we just changing names?
We're just changing names.
Okay, so the repertoire stays the same.
So you guys have been looking.
I swear to God.
So you guys have had the same band members. You're looking for a new name, dude. Let me help you name your name. I'm good at it. I just named another name.
We landed. Nuclear football is it. We're done changing it. We've looked. We were looking for the branding. It is so stupid hard to find a band name nowadays.
When most people shrug it off like it's not important.
No, it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be overly good. It just doesn't. It can't suck.
This is what I think about a band name. Okay, I think they all suck.
No,
I think they all suck.
They don't all suck.
No, I do. I think they all suck. It matters what you do with it. A band name like the Beatles, fuck off. Like that's not a good band name. We're the Beatles. Fuck you, dude.
It's not that bad.
That's not incredible though. Look, if they weren't...
That's why I say it's not bad.
If they weren't incredible,
my theory
the band name wouldn't matter.
Do you know what the nuclear football is?
No, explain.
No.
Okay, so
how the fuck would we know? It's your goddamn band. But I know what the president... If you're talking about what the president holds in nuclear football...
So it's his nuclear codes.
Yeah, well, the president holds a briefcase at all times that has the nuclear codes in it.
Santiago.
That's the football.
I'm Santiago, and they are my nuclear football. They are my fucking launch codes, dude.
No, I got you.
I swear to God.
I like the name more. I like the name more. Way better.
After you explain it.
Yeah, well, I actually didn't think it was a bad name. Nuclear football is actually pretty good.
Nuclear football's not bad. Yeah.
What were you guys before?
It's like Fallout Boy.
Okay, let's make fun of them. Let's make fun of them. Here we go. Let's shit on them.
The first name when I first joined the band, which by the way I was working at Guitar Center and ran into Carter. Where he just said, we have a gig tonight.
Carter, which Carter?
Carter's the drummer.
Okay.
I ran into Carter, and Carter was like, hey, we have a gig tonight. You want to come sing? I was like talking to him, showing him videos and stuff, and just chatting him up while they were there to get some gear. And they're like, you want to come play some songs tonight? And so I showed up, and I did like War Pigs with them, which is like one of my favorite songs. Yeah, we had ourselves a good night and everything, and that's how I like first got into the band. We've gone through some band changes since then. Lost a couple guitarists, brought a couple guitarists. Okay,
so hit us with a few of these names. Hit us with a few of these names you guys went through.
Well, I remember Flyover.
Okay, yeah. So Flyover originally had like
for Kansas band, it's not a bad name.
No, it's not for Kansas band. Yeah. Flyover's not.
For Kansas band, it was good.
But we started writing music a lot more with Will.
And what was that band's name?
So that was Flyover.
That was Flyover?
Yeah. So Will Tatum was in the band. He was playing guitar, and dude, he is a wonderful guitarist, and he is finding his way as a person through life. And I have nothing but love and respect for him.
We all do that.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't always fit. Great people don't always fit with other great people.
He was going through some stuff and everything, and he left the band, but he also introduced us to Jordan, which Jordan I had interacted with, and he had seen me and was already
just a better fit.
He was a fan and already like had seen my content before, so he was like, I didn't even know you were in town, dude. And so we teamed up, and dude, that is it. That's
been the connection.
Yeah, Jordan's incredible, man.
Jordan is an absolute.
Jordan is about precision.
That fucking guitar, and
I'll believe it when I see it. I haven't met Jordan yet.
Really?
Jordan.
I haven't met him.
Jordan
I haven't met
You
him
haven't
yet.
seen it?
I don't know. I haven't met him.
You pull up to this temple show and you'll see exactly
and
how
I've-
real
and
Jordan
I can't
is.
wait. I can't wait.
And all jokes aside, I've heard nothing but great things about the guy. The guitar playing in him as a person, I've heard nothing but great things.
He not only just a fantastic guitar player, just an absolute fucking excellent human being.
So
Yeah,
you
pretty
guys,
good.
so you guys together are now kind
kind
of the
and
main
so
part of it.
easy to work with. I literally have been able to just present him with ideas and him write the most insane parts almost like instantaneously.
Yeah.
He is the chemistry on the man is just absolutely unmatched.
Does he help you write with lyrics and stuff too?
No, I write lyrics and I write melodies.
Your
the first
bad.
album we're recording, I wrote most of the material for. Our song "Hazy Nights" that was written by Will Tatum and and Carter. Carter had a big part of constructing that. Our drummer. So like, I think that you listen to us, you get this combination of people who were influenced by absolutely wonderful people.
It's nice when musicians that click come together.
Yeah.
Like I've seen it happen with a lot of people. Like it didn't work out in this band, but then and I see when Aaron gets in a groove with the bands that he works with, and when musicians like a young musician like yourself finds another guy that you can we can do anything together type of vibe.
Yeah, and like I maintain like there some songs that we're making sure when we get recorded and everything get attributed to the correct people for writing and everything because they're involved.
There's transitions through bands and that's how it goes, and you adopt some songs and you do some new things, but yeah, as long as you give credit. I don't know how that always works on the back end, but I mean, if I sing your song into $1 million song, how much is it worth to who it's worth?
$6.
$6.
Yeah.
That's what Spotify is.
So with all of this you're doing, how did you trick into this damn TV show? So the TV show is
You've done a couple TV shows. Really?
Well, no. I've done just one that I was on, and then I was featured in like the background of them playing clips and stuff. And then, I went and did local television and have done local television before.
Right.
Well, the man can sing. They're gonna put you on camera. I mean, if you haven't seen, the guy can sing. So straight up, go see his band. Go see if you get a chance to see him sing.
So this newest one, what was the concept behind that? I Can See Your Voice.
The name of it? It was I Can See Your Voice was the name of it, correct?
I Can See Your Voice is the name of the TV show.
So break it down for us.
You were a roofer. What's the concept there?
So I used to do roofing. I did commercial roofing.
And anybody that's roofed a house knows that sucks ass.
It's bad. Yeah, no, commercial sucks.
Well, it's a little bit better because at least it's flat roofs though. A lot of it.
You're up there.
That
at
was
the
your
crack
character.
Acid dawn,
right.
and that fucking the sun hits that pure white TPO and just
Yeah, dude.
your eyes go bright. Yeah, that and roofing glue is among one of the craziest drugs that you can ever do.
Yeah, you should put it. Yeah,
Like
mix it with
Is it a psychedelic?
Yeah, mix it with your CBD folks and have a good night.
It's crazy.
Is it psychedelic?
The effects of it. it's a whole ass experience. But yeah, I did TPO, EPDM rubber roofs. I did a number of
and they were
different
looking, so
commercial
they were like,
projects.
okay, let's find a guy who's roofing houses.
So
that can sing.
roofing isn't outside of your box.
Not necessarily.
They said, all right, he's the roofer.
Yeah, so they were. It's totally truthful.
Bet.
Yeah, that's all the character is developed on like the truth of it, and. Yeah, I worked for my grandfather's roofing company. It was like in high school and stuff, so I was just.
So what's the concept of the show?
So the concept of the show is you bring on one contestant, and this contestant, they are competing by choosing from 6 secret voices. Who is a good and bad singer?
So out of these
based
6, like.
Lip sync performances.
Okay.
So it's these 6 people who they will go and perform
lip syncs.
Lip syncs.
Okay.
And then turn around and perform.
Who can
live.
actually sing?
Yeah.
And they're betting on that. They're like, maybe this guy. I think he can sing. He looked like he really got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so you get to see
bet.
him pantomime it in a lip sync.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then they have to sing the same song again.
This show hasn't been out yet, right?
Song.
This show isn't out yet.
This show is out yet.
Yeah,
this show's already released and out there. So I made it to the very end. He didn't ultimately decide that I was a good singer, and he could have won $100,000 if he did, but he won $30,000. He still got some money to go and take and set up his wedding, but he did not decide to go with me.
Did he kick you a G at least?
But I got to perform "We Are the Champions" live
I saw that.
with Gavin DeGraw after meeting him for the first
Amazing.
time, and it was
what a great singer. What a great
chemistry.
singer Gavin
He's
is.
just so excellent to work with.
If you don't know Gavin DeGraw's music, go check it out, guys. He's great.
Oh yeah, you did great, man. I saw it. It was great.
He is fantastic,
Now,
and he's an even more excellent person, and he's so funny.
Isn't it nice when really
so
talented
charming.
people turn out to be awesome people?
Yes. Everybody that I worked with on that TV show, they seemed real.
That's
they
nice.
were really kind.
I mean, that's nice when you don't
really
get a dose
nice.
of the bullshit.
It was so.
Where did you film that at?
excellent.
Where did you film that show
So
at?
we filmed in,
LA,
I believe. No, we did not film in LA. We filmed in Georgia. We filmed at Trilith Studios. I don't know if I'm necessarily allowed to drop that.
Yeah, whatever.
But
nobody watches.
yeah,
this
that's
show.
where
We're
we
good.
that's where we filmed.
Trilith Studios watches
it was great. It was so fun. There's a lot of movies that are made down there. They made.
So what was what was I still, unless I missed it, but I still want to. How did you get into that show? Like, what was the who?
I believe my girlfriend Emma Shinstock. Shout out, the most beautiful, wonderful, amazing person on the planet. I love her to death. She is incredible and awesome.
Oh Jesus!
I think that she put my email into a ad for them looking for singers and stuff.
Right.
And one of their casting agents.
She believed in you, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. She believed in me when people didn't see the vision. But she's just an absolute light. And she put my email, I believe, into there, and they reached out to me. They found me on TikTok, found me on Instagram, and reached out to me from there.
Because you have a great reach there. Yeah,
you put in the legwork.
I've been working.
You put in the legwork.
I've been working on it.
Again, I'm going to circle back to this too. Like, we went to a seminar last night, and we'll circle back to this a little bit. If you want hundreds of thousands of followers on any platform,
then care about it.
Work your fucking ass off for it a little bit.
Engage with the people. And talk to the people.
And then I'll go one step further.
Talk to
Do it
them.
every day.
I'll go one step further.
All of your fans. They are people, and you need to engage with them, and you need to love them and give them every bit of appreciation that they are worth, because they are what allows you to survive and allows you to be goofballs on the internet, and be goofy people and everything. I think that there's so much going on in this world that needs to be addressed, from
Stop it. He can hear you.
From genocides to genuine,
Jesus.
real things going on in this world that you need to be able to talk about, and you need to be able to continue to love people and try and do your best to create positive change and get things to stop. Personally, I believe that there should be a ceasefire in Gaza.
Should be. I mean, shit.
It's gonna be a hard one, but you're not wrong.
Well, if you get into all of it, just that, and the Ukraine and Libya and Syria, and we go.
Everybody's freaking out, guys.
Peaceful ways to resolve things, and we need to be able to talk amongst each other.
Well, the thing is,
each other like humans.
you know what the biggest problem is with that? You know what the biggest problem is with that great concept is not all humans are willing to share resources. So the problem is, like, at the top of every conglomerate everybody's hoarding their resources and hoarding their money and hoarding their millions.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that's happening in America.
Cutting out lower.
Yeah, it's the same thing's happening in America.
Positions.
But I think that we, the people, should realize that we are in larger
we are the power
than
to
them.
take what if you really want to take democracy and you love it, watch France. Try to do some bullshit in France. Their whole motherfucking every business is stopped.
I say that there
and
are
they
things
show up
like
on the
this
streets and
going
tell you to
on
fuck
all
off.
around the world
There
that
are.
we should be joining.
We should.
But you want to know the reality is that we're all so segregated on our own little tiny beliefs that we're never actually going to join the big.
No, America was perfect for control. We got states is different. I mean, I can go into 3 imaginary lines, and the whole laws are different.
I just say it's not hard to treat people like they're.
You've already lost it.
I just say it's not hard to treat people like people.
Right.
Regardless.
I mean, at the very end of the day, we all forget that more of those people exist than we realize.
Well, look.
Everybody, believe it or not, does love everybody for the most part.
Yeah.
You've traveled the country. Like, for the most part, the cool people are winning, but the dickheads and all the goofy shit stands out more.
Look. I'm going to say it like this, man. I am one man on this earth. We all are. I come across, and I just want to cooperate with you. Okay? I just want to cooperate with you. I want our worlds to come together for greatness. That's what I want, But the people that are actually succeeding in this world and making things like dollars, like they make sense, like dollars is important. Those people are the people that are taking advantage of everyone they meet and milking them for 50 cents.
And I will tell you, young man,
$20.
And I will tell you, young man,
if I meet 1 million of you and I take $20 off each of you,
well, the thing is,
I'm $20 million.
When you're navigating this world,
that's how it is now.
What I've always tried, and he co-signed on this, and I'll tell you, as a young artist trying to do things, what you look for is people that don't have a fucking angle. Like first and foremost, everybody I meet, first I got to figure out what's your angle. And then if there ain't none and you're just doing everything that you're doing because you give a shit or you love this and that, then, okay, now we can talk because now we're on the same plane. Because first and foremost, you got to figure out what people want from you. They come at you with that weird shit.
Absolutely. Yeah. My only angle has always been knowledge and growth.
Me too. That's all I want from you. All I want from you is to learn. I'll pick your brain and make you talk way longer than you wanted to on a night that you should wish you would have went home at 10:30, but now it's 1:30 and you're still here. So that's all I want from you. But you find people that are genuine like that don't like. That's what we try to be with the Aaron and Austin show. We just want people in this town to come on. We don't want nothing from you. I ain't charging you nothing to do this. We just come into our studio and tell us your story. So that's
absolutely.
So when it comes to your story and it comes to nuclear football, where can we find everything? Your brand, where you already told us. Where can we find you on your Instagrams and all that stuff?
Santiago, so S@NTIAGO. I go by that on Spotify. That's where my solo project gets uploaded, and then we are getting Nuclear Football together to release everything.
So what's your solo project called?
Santiago.
Yeah.
It'll be linked in the description. I'm being told.
Yeah, see, she can. He's been able to hear you the whole time.
Say it though. Say it.
Yeah. It's been linked in the description. I'm also hopefully going to get some posters to send to you guys.
Please. Anytime. So this is our gig, man. We come in here and we'll promote your shit. That's what we're doing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You have just entered the Aaron and Austin family.
The family.
Yeah, the family. We even have a thread of guests.
That's what I call it on TikTok. They are my family. We started TikTok 3 months ago. So shout out to the Aaron and Austin show TikTok. Please get with that. We're at 350. We're at 350 followers in 3 or 4 months. So
I don't even know how we did that.
I keep pushing. The first 1,000 is literally the hardest.
Always
and then
is.
Once you get your,
it's the same with YouTube and your channel and everything. Like the first crawl is the first, because you know why? And I'll answer that why a lot of people people don't realize how to answer shit like this is because when you get 1,000 viewers on YouTube, or you get to a certain number on TikTok, you're released more into the algorithm.
Yeah.
So when you're released more into the advertising reel. Yeah. So now we can use you more, and you're shared more, and more of the people that are flipping through.
Yep.
The first 1,000 was hard. The first 10,000 was hard, but in the past 2 weeks, I've gained 20,000.
And okay,
That's
so
crazy.
we got to get into one part before
but you did that show.
But we got to get into one part before we end this. I've been saving this question till the end. What the fuck did they do? Why did they demonetize you? What the fuck happened there?
Oh my God, that's real. That's real.
I just got pulled off of demonetization for posting the videos. It would have been okay if the videos themselves got flagged, but they removed my entire account's ability to monetize off of videos.
What the fuck?
Just because of the TV show,
sucks,
or what?
But my attitude is that I'll get through it. It'll be okay. They only demonetized it for a month. So I'll be right back to figuring it out once all that bullshit's taken care of. But that's it happens.
It's a bump in the road. It's just bump in the road shit.
Yeah, just a bump.
It's a
in the road
learning experience.
of
Learning
things.
experience.
Yeah.
I mean, we showed one clip of legal gummies, legal gummies, mushroom gummies that are sold at stores in this town. I showed one clip of it, trying to give it away, and our shit got shut down for fucking a month. I was like, oh, all right,
that's true.
You live and you learn. Okay,
hey, it's legal. What the fuck?
And I guess,
but that
bourbon gets better as you get to the bottom too.
Right.
Every bourbon does, really.
I'm
to be honest with
realizing
you.
that more and more.
Every bourbon does.
So
I tell you, everything tastes good at the end of an hour. At the end of an hour at the Aaron and Austin show, you can drink Malort. You want to try the Malort?
You want to try the Malort?
Come on, buddy. I don't.
Just say no.
It's going to be amazing.
It's,
okay.
But I'm
So
supposed to chill here for a little bit before I go home.
Well, just come to the Cowboy. Just come to the Cowboy with us.
Let's take a break. Let's end this show.
Let's end the show.
Then we'll go. We'll get a clip. Huh?
All right. So first of all, did you give us? You gave us everything. Spotify.
Yeah.
Andy, did he finish all of his credentials? Make sure he gets through everything.
We have a secondary.
Dude, I always hate talking about shit like that because I like.
Well, that's the cringe part.
That's the cringe part.
Okay, so
that's what we were talking about last night.
Real quick. That's another thing that they didn't say.
They did.
They did a little bit, but it is always uncomfortable to sell yourself.
Weird. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what logical statement that I have that will crush? It's cringe to sell myself. If you don't care about your art, why should I? So I need you. I need you to be passionate about it, whether it's cringe to you or not, for it to make it. So that's really how you fucking negate that part of it. Like, this sucks. I feel so awkward supporting my shit. Well, then why the fuck are you writing bass and drums, and why are you dude, support this. I need you to help me support this.
You're not wrong.
So Santiago with an @ instead of an A, S @NTIAGO. That's what I upload my solo project to.
And that's out now? We can get some of that?
So that'll be dropping here this next month. I'm going to be dropping some songs into that and getting things together so that way I can put it out. There's a deal that's currently in negotiation, but it's still currently just that. You know, it can always still fall through.
Young man, do you own all your music still?
Yeah,
okay.
I do, and I always will.
Okay.
I will always own a percentage of my music if I'm writing it with other people.
Yeah.
Fair, that's fair.
Yeah, that's the way I deem it. Everything gets chopped up to splits, and it's like you get a little bit here and there. And
you get for what you worked on.
I wrote some songs with some friends that have done extremely well, and they are good songs, and I love them so much as an artist. In fact, he would be producing my entire next album.
I think you have done extremely well, man. I think you have come on the scene. You are teaching vocal lessons. You are doing an amazing job. You have a great band.
I'm doing my best, and I still
he's invested in the sound.
Fall short every once in a while.
Like, we all do.
Yeah. I can't always be the perfect teacher, the perfect student, the perfect
it's all
person,
good, man. It's all
or
good.
anything. But I I work hard and I try.
Let's not worry about perfection. Let's worry about your brand.
What it is progress, not perfection.
Well,
that's another great quote. It's progress, not perfection.
Progress, not for.
Yeah, you learn. We're always moving forward, and we learn as we move forward. We take a couple steps forward. We learn some shit. Take a step back. It's progress, not perfection. You ain't gonna be perfect at this. Again, there's no formula to be perfect at this. Yeah. There's no way to make it for anyway. I mean, how did you end up at KC? Now you're in Wichita. I mean, we didn't even get into how you got here in this fucking place.
It was the scholarship. I moved out here for the scholarship to go to Wichita State University and study.
So the university brought you here.
I studied under Michael Sylvester, Alan Held, Pino Mozzani, Christina Castaldi, and Michelle Sylvester and Samuel Ramey, who is like the most recorded bass in history. They had a significant impact on me, and a lot of them were extremely encouraging when I came out here too, and I fell short in some of my expectations there. But
you found a new path.
I found my own way to navigate through this world.
Well, you're not always gonna. And I would tell a lot of young artists and young anybody, business owners or whatever it is, your first dream is not always the best one. Yeah. You don't you can be good at multiple things, and sometimes you rise and fall and rise again. You find your niche. Okay, this didn't work. Maybe you can reset and do the same thing, or you can change lanes altogether and do something different.
And yesterday you were talking about that, the ebb and flow of support.
Yeah, look. There's rises and falls.
I want to say that it's not your fault. That's the industry happening around you. Doing your thing.
That's
you've done great things, man. You are doing these TV shows, bro. Millions of people, bro. Millions of people.
There's always going to be better. There's so many killers out there,
but they always are getting.
City, and I love every single one of them, and I want to work with you. It's about collaboration. It's about
not competition.
Together. It's
collaboration,
not competition.
It's collaboration.
Collaboration.
Yeah,
it's about loving your fellow man and making shit work together.
When all of our great musicians, all of our great institutions, all of our great recording studios, all of our people that want to help you that don't have an angle come together, that's when Wichita will really be what it's supposed to be.
Can I give,
ready?
Yeah, can I give one more
shout out? One more shout out.
Let's do it. This is to Blake Loggins. You are my rock. You are.
Is this not Pelvis with the Belvis Lake?
No, this is a different Blake. This is a second Blake. Yeah. This is Blake. He goes by Flake. I wrote a couple songs with him. He's written songs with so many different killers in this city and outside of this city. He is such a fucking special dude that I think belongs.
All right. And his name is one more time.
Bring it in for Blake.
Hey, bring it in there for Blake.
Flake is a fucking legend.
Two dudes, Aaron and Austin, made a show.